We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on first down. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now Tua. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and a couple. Murray. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either. Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Waddle complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Tua. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Cards will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
7 yards, the pickup there. Second down and 3. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Delay of game penalty ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On second down, right back to Hines. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st down, it's Hines. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Now it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he goes out right around the 39. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Here we go. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Tua on 4th down. That's Tua's running back, complete. He's to the 10. Touchdown! A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, with a good one going, finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Murray. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's taken down inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Parkey with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tua going to throw. That's complete. Okuegbunam. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Complete. Pollard. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Murray to throw. On the move to his left. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
To throw is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late. But now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cards have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw it, Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Now Parkey for the extra point. And that one will ensure that it'll take a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this thing. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Now Tua. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Murray. Going for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Returning it, John Ross. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Cards, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.